Hey, hi guys, welcome to another video. So in this video we are going to talk about network security pen testing. So this video is specifically for the people who are actually working on network security or information security, or even working as a role for like generating various reports and other things. So I'm going to talk about some of the tips that will help you to become a better network security engineer. So please do watch this video till the end to get the overall idea. Do hit like and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Now also I see a lot of people actually commenting on Facebook or maybe liking in Facebook, so that's fine. I'm really happy about it, but it will be really great if you could show the same like or maybe comment inside the comment box that you see in YouTube, so or the like button in YouTube. That will definitely helpful. So let's talk about the network security pen testing. So before getting into the network security pen testing, let's talk about the job role that typically people do. So most of the people basically they just get a range of IP address, let's say some like 0/24 or something like that, and they start scanning to the particular subnet or maybe a particular range of IP address and just generate the Nessus report or maybe Qualyscurt report and submit as a part of their corporate life or corporate job work. Now this is good, but now here is a quick disclaimer. So I have seen a lot of guys who are really pro. I need to edit this because there are some background noise. So there are some of the really pro guys also exist who are really expert in network security. But this particular video is for them who actually don't even know what is an sync scan or maybe even port scan and other thing or port names. Good. But what I suggest to those people is I have seen a lot of people falling into the same schedule job where they just basically scan and range of IP address. They don't even have the detailed idea about the network or architecture or maybe the map of the network, where which particular VLAN is sitting, what is the range of IP address, what are the devices those are running. So if you are someone who is working into network security for those kind of, or if you are someone who is working in those kind of job, then do focus on getting that network architecture, or at least to know which all devices, how many switch, how many router, how many network devices exist inside that particular network, or maybe get an idea about how many systems are running inside the system, how many of them are Windows, how many of them are Linux, and all those basics, right? So everything begins from the basics. So you need to gather all those information first thing. Now once you have that information, then you can think about the security pen testing, but this doesn't happen in some of the corporate life, or I have seen some of my friends who are working in corporate company. So yeah, this thing doesn't happen. So get the basics clear first thing. Now once you have this basic most of the cases the network devices or most of some of the devices inside the particular network may be having some of the default credential. Now ensure the policy is been maintained properly, like password changing and all those things. Do not force someone to keep the default credential. Ask them to change, right? So don't keep the default credential devices in most of the like devices inside the network, because those are the primary victim of your network attack. So try to change the default password. Some of the cases things like hash welcome 123 or maybe like password at the rate 123, welcome at the rate 123, these are some of the common credentials that everybody knows. So ask them to change the password immediately or default credential immediately. Now the next thing is make sure that you have the idea of how many of them are Windows system, how many of them are Linux running system, so that you can verify at least all those connected to devices using Nmap or maybe using putty or all those different tools. Right now I have seen a lot of people actually scanning a range of IP address and giving away the report, but they don't even know whether the authentication was successful or not while performing the scan, because they just assume that okay, this particular credential is going to work for all the devices which are inside the network. So make sure while scanning, focus on the authentication, whether it is the authentication, whether the devices are actually getting authenticated properly or not, and then look at the response. Now there are some of the tricks. So if you are a corporate guy, you go ahead and research about how to find out whether a specific IP or specific system is being successfully authenticated while your scanner is going ahead with the scan or not. If you don't know, then please do in the comment. I will definitely make a video on that. Now once you have these things ready, right, once you have the scanning and all those things ready, at least run a nmap scan just to see the verbose output, like what is the banner, look at what particular devices, what version of application it is running. Once you have that idea, then go ahead for the like looking for the known exploit associated with that particular version of devices. This is the systematic way of performing your network security assessment, rather than just getting a range of IP address scanning. Maybe people don't know whether ping is allowed or not allowed. whether a particular port is filtered, which is open, which IP to make a no ping scan, which IP to scan for like without aggressive scan and all those things, right? So focus on those basics point. Now I completely agree. The cases, or in some cases actually, you will not be having the privilege to perform an offensive scan on a specific IP address, right? Because there are some of the critical devices or critical system that need attention running. So always do not commit this mistake. Exclude those IP address which are critical by using some of the parameter if you are following your NASA scan or maybe your Qualys scan. I have seen a lot of people actually committing this mistake. They just scan the whole range of IP address without knowing the like IP which they don't want to touch, and ended up in some like escalation and all those things. So don't do that mistake. Make sure the IP that you don't want to scan in the exclude list while going ahead with the scan. So these are some of the pro tips. Another thing is your with respect to reporting, make sure you keep track of all those work or all those network scan that you are doing properly. So if you are not keeping track, then basically someday some guy will come up with saying, okay, you know, you have scanned this particular IP address which was not running something, but today it is running something else, and you will ended up into different trouble. So do not fall into that trap. Make sure you are actually making a note of what all IP that system or all those things you are scanning properly. Report is been maintained properly. That's what I mean to say. Now final thing about the final report which we typically gives once we complete an assessment, other thing. So yeah, I am going to make another video specifically about the report reading or report writing stuff for corporate world, or maybe which will be helpful for everybody to understand how does an security report looks like. So this is pretty much about this particular video. I hope you would have got some knowledge or you would have got some tips while you are going ahead for some network security testing. So thanks for watching this video. Do hit like and share if you like this video, and have a nice day. Bye bye.